like alcohol. I remove the alcohol. It's not because I'm not an alcoholic. I've made a conscious decision in my life that does not present a better Dave to society.
Alignment.
It's not alignment with my nature.
With your values.
With my values, my beliefs. Deep down, if it was, it would have felt good all the time, but it didn't. It fucking hurt and made me look at myself as less of a person.
Right.
My self-image was destroyed because of it.
Willingness to want to connect, to be a part of the tribe, to be we. I is a concept that developed in the 17th and 18th centuries with the enlightened philosophers of Europe, Locke, Hume, Rousseau. This is a construct. This is something we were taught. It's not something that is innate. This isn't an instinctual ability. No human being instinctually wanders the planet alone, trying to survive in its natural state, in our natural state. We don't do this. We look to join. We'll join with other mammals if that's all we can do.
And maybe if there are people that exclude themselves that way, maybe because it's their passion for inclusion of everybody is so strong that they're left disappointed when they don't see it.
Oh, it can happen.
Maybe that, right? It can happen.
Natural.
But no, exactly, dude. I love that you said it that way. I love hearing it. That explanation's fucking perfect. I love it.
These are ideas. These are we were taught. We were talking the other day about the things that you learn as a child, and parenting oftentimes with people, and even coaching or helping is trying to teach them this thing. Is if you can get them to learn one more thing, or the gift of sobriety, for example, clarity. If you can just give this person the feelings and thoughts and things that you've gained from any experience, whatever that may be. As a parent, you're trying to teach your children about all your wisdom, right? You're trying to pass that wisdom down to them. But it's really about getting out of their way. It's not getting in their way with awesome things. You know, yes, we teach and we learn from one another, but it's mostly about staying out, letting them flourish, right?
Yeah, the innocence is already there. Right. Yeah, the innocence is already there. The bad influences is what kind of adds and stacks at times, and it's easy to
creates resistance
and all that stuff. It takes them away from their organic, natural state. You don't have to teach a child how to play. At the level of innocence, you have to say, "Hey, laugh. This is what you have to do to have fun." How do I bring happiness into my life? How do I bring fun into my life? You don't have to ask a child that. They get up.
I mean, we have emotions and actions and reactions, and we have to refine and evolve. And we were discussing this last night. It's like learning how to play an instrument. Even if you're a musical genius, and it's the most natural thing in the world for you to play a violin, or Mozart composing. He was not the composer at 5 that he was at 30, because he had refined that instrument over time. He had evolved. And the evolution is something that's, again, natural. It's natural as a human being to want to thrive, to want to improve, to want to gain knowledge of this planet and this universe that we live in, and continue to access it, right? Interact with it, whether it's to fly out into it, or see it, or view it, or feel it. So we develop things, and it's the same thing. Our body, our mind, our soul, these are our instruments, our individual instruments, and we need to learn how to play. And the more natural we get, comfortable playing them, and accomplished, that's our evolution. That's how we become closer to we all the time. And we can connect and tap into that at any time. And stay connected. The enlightened state. That's certainly been called that many times. You know, God's grace, whatever you want to call it. All of these things, the religions and things and spiritual philosophies, great. They've contributed. They've helped to human beings to keep the discussion going. But we're trying to move beyond the discussion to action. How do we bring this in? And we know how to bring it in. We bring it in with the connectedness and the tools that are available to us right now in this time.
Talk about how perfect of a time it is, and all of the reasons with the internet.
I mean, the internet in and of itself, right? The ultimate connection, this web that's growing virally. You want to talk about something that's growing virally every day? You know, tens of thousands of people are getting connected to this thing wirelessly, wired. You know, we have all the options available to us.
And we know universally the things that we need. Sometimes we don't know what the answers are, what the answer is, or what the reason behind something tragic that happens. But there's just these crazy things that seems like no one can explain, and you say, what good can come out of that, right? All of these things. So, but somehow it comes from somewhere and serves some purpose.
Or maybe they unite us in a collective mourning,
and
to just express that.
Sure,
pull us
whatever.
Together.
Fine, right, absolutely, agreed. The internet, you know, at first it could have been looked at like, at some points it could be looked at this thing that's it's a distraction. It's just taking people away. It's another addiction. I've said it. I've thought it. But when I think about it from a place of complete exposure communication to get to volumes and the masses, and as far as the community is concerned, and how to get a message to everybody, or how to make something available for everybody so we all unitedly can share and compare and do all of those things collectively. It's fucking we were so waiting for this. We built it. Everybody built it.
It's not anything in and of itself.
No, it isn't. But it was absolutely. It's absolutely. You can see its place in evolution, other than just another technology piece.
It's transcendental of fire and the wheel and electricity and all of that. The computer itself. Computer's a box. It's a wonderful
so critical.
Box,
and without that, really, this is something different. This is something different. The community sent out on flyers and newsletters and newspapers.
Right. It will cost us millions of dollars to do what we really want to do, as quickly as we want to do it, as passionate as we are about it. Certainly tens of thousands of dollars and thousands of hours just to get the word out. Traveling, walking, standing in front of an audience, gaining a following, and getting the message to people, and attracting these people into our lives. And we can do this instantaneously now, you know, and reach, again, everyone. Reach everyone.